Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Stone Road. Well, try the four corners of earth, but it's Bram Nash, DC Camp, another short lesson to edify the hopeful elect. Yep, so Esau is at it again, man, because he just can't, take a chill pill and just let sleeping dogs lie, but he has to stir up. He has to stir up the people. And that's what Esau is basically trying to do, When he's about to do something, you always want to create a diversion. And that's exactly what this protest, in Europe is basically about. You see how, the so-called publication in Charlie Hebdo, always got to start some drama with the Islamic world, with Ishmael and Elam and other folks that like to, get their head stuck in the sand and think that Islam is the way, but you know how it is, man. Esau will take advantage of that situation, and that's exactly what is done in this case. All right, so and then you also have the president of France, adding more fuel to the fire. So that's how Esau is, man. He's always about causing a disturbance upon the face of the earth, so he could achieve his agenda. All right, and there's so much, man. There's so much that can be said. There's so many precepts in the scriptures, Holy Bible, that will show you what Esau is basically doing. He needs to distract the people so he could come up with his agenda. All right, so he's basically preparing for World War III. So he has to get the people riled up. And it's just a situation. You have to be taken account of, and you have to be aware of it. So I'll just play the clip, and then you judge for yourself. You can also do your own research. All right. So you got Bangladesh, that's Elam, and then you have Syria. You have Ishmael, Aram, and Edom in there too. You also got Jake among them too. All right. And you also have Amalek in there too. And then Pakistan, that's Elam too. All right. So Esau knows how to get the world riled up. All right. So it says rage is growing across the Muslim world outside France at Emmanuel Macron. So that he's the so-called, big boss of France. So you know how it is. He's down with the agenda for the new world order. So he has to do certain things, man, to distract from what's going on. All right. You have to stir the pots. Yes, that's the name of the newspaper. Always, the elites, what the elites like to use in France to stir up the people. So I'm going to read a quick precept. It's going to be from the book of 2 Corinthians. All right. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Right, so it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So that's how Esau gets down, man. When he's about to do something, he always has to create a distraction, a diversion. And that's what it boils down to. All right, it's not really about the publication itself, trying to inform people. He's just trying to, stoke the fire in people's mind. Folks who don't know that they're worshiping a false god. And, the elites are playing on these people's ignorance. And that's why they're being able to be manipulated into picking up arms to go against Esau, to commit all sorts of atrocities. And that's something, a lot of folks don't like to address, you know.
I
Yep, that's it, man. So it says it's defending the rights of the publication called Charlie Hebdo to, all right, to publish caricatures. you know, just like, they always make fun of the Lord Hamashaki Yahushua, the Most High. They're also going to do that, to that so-called Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, so that's how crazy, Esau is, man, because he knows he has but a short time, so he has to stir up the masses, and that's exactly what he's doing, okay? So 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan, the adversary, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, and that's what Esau's always going to do. Look for an opportunity to cause some mayhem and to cause people to get upset and distracted so he could do certain things, behind the scenes. And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. Why now? Why now? He talks about, social distancing and, folks need to take measures to stay safe. But then he's creating a situation where you're going to have masses of people on the street, in different regions of the world. So that just shows that Esau is just playing games with the people's minds, right? And then you read the book of Psalms chapter 55, verse 21, right? So it tells you that the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So that's Esau for you, all right? So he's going to do whatever it takes to achieve his goal. He's going to try his best to speak softly, just like, you read in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1. it tells you, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. All right, and that's exactly what Esau's doing, and they've perfected the art of manipulating the people. And the elites of these people also know that it's all falsehoods when it comes to Islam and Roman Catholicism and all this Baptist agenda. And they know that, it's about the whole agenda that they have is to dominate the world. And they have to get rid of their major obstacle, which is a nation of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans. Wherever you are on the face of the earth, they want the Israelites so bad. So they're going to use these different religions as cover. And that's what they've been doing. When you read the book of Psalms, Psalms 83, it tells you about their strategy. All right. All right, if you read Psalm 83, verse 4, verse 3, okay, Psalm 83, verse 3 says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against it. So it says in verse 6, tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre. And it also says in verse 8, Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. All right, so it's all one, strategy, I say, deceive the people and to have the people looking the other way while they're planning the enslavement of the world, and that's what they're gonna do. It's just one step towards their plans for the Georgia Guidestone, and you just have to be cautious about Esau's move. You have to watch Esau, just like he's watching you. You have to watch him too. But you know how it is, man. You don't have to be staying up awake all day and all night watching Esau. You're gonna have to, you're gonna get crazy and you're gonna go mad. All right, so you just gotta be spiritual. Whatever you get to see, you just report to the brothers. Basically, you're just being circumspect. All right, you can't see everything, but you're gonna see certain things. All right. And when brothers are watching for different signs and everything else, and you combine that together, then you get a better picture. All right. So the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 23 and 24, it tells you that be not curious in unnecessary matters. Be not curious in unnecessary matters. All right. So you don't have to be, out there on the street protesting when they draw a caricature, of the Lord. You just have to understand what Esau is trying to do. Okay, he's just trying to, draw people away from their purpose. All right. For more things are shewed unto thee than men understand, and that's one thing you have to be glad about. It's a beautiful thing to see that the Lord Yahweh Shai is letting you see how Esau is operating, and the majority of people that are protesting out there, they don't understand. That's an operation. It's an operation. All right.
Notre compatriote a été lâchement attaqué, a été la victime d'un attentat terroriste, islamiste, caractérisé. Il y a, dans cet islamisme radical, une volonté revendiquée, affichée, une organisation.
And that's what they're going to use, to come against brothers in France that speak the word of Yahushua over there. All right. That's the trickery of Esau. He's got to stir up something, to have a legislation. So, you heard about the so-called knife attack in France and how the person got shot, and now you have Esau pushing the legislation. So that's how Esau's trickery works. All right, it stirs up a situation so you could take advantage of it and create legislation to ensnare the people. All right, he's basically trying to come against the word of the Lord. Shai. That's why he's going the route, to stymie. He's going the route of using Islam as an opportunity to come against the word of the Lord. So it's just what the beast, does. Just like the beast was loose after the season, so he could go out there and deceive the whole world. That's exactly what he's doing. Okay, and then verse 24 says, "For many are deceived by their vain opinion." All right, Sirach chapter 3, verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion had overthrown their judgment. And that's why the whole world is going down the drain, right? Because a lot of folks don't really understand what's really going on, and they're just looking in a different direction. They think that, picking up arms to fight against Esau is going to solve the problem. It's not, okay? And then one more precept is going to be from the book of Ecclesiastes. It clearly tells you what you have to deal with. So this book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9, I'm going to read verse 12. It says, "For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net." And that's how they are, man. When you watch all those people, you see the crowd. Yep, you see the crowd. So they've been trapped. Their minds have been trapped. So the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 12 says, "For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. All right, so that's the point that I can just have to know how Esau moves. You know, when you think that something doesn't concern you, you look at it carefully through the scriptures, through the word of Hamashiach, Bashim, Ashai, Bashim, Kwakadash, and then you see how Esau's gonna come around, you know, make a U-turn and try to come against the man of the Lord. So that's basically what he's doing so far. You just have to be circumspect to understand, man. Whatever laws it's trying to pass, to go against this so-called Muslims or Islam, it's the same law he's gonna try to use to come against the man of the Lord. So just imagine when you have brothers up there in France, you know, having camp and all that. Just like the brothers in the Netherlands, you see the publication trying to call them a hate group and all that stuff. You can't over there. You can't even say anything about the Holocaust. They're gonna throw you in jail. All right, even in Germany too. So it just proves that Esau's always up to something. So that's the point that I came. Hope you've been edified, and I pray the Lord that Bashim Ashai will continue to brighten your eyes so you could see. All right, Shalom.